I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Councilor Geisler,
Here.
Hoschild,
Here.
Nelson,
Here.
Peterson,
Here.
Mayor Boucher.
Here. Are there any counselors that have public announcements to make at this time? Okay, I have one. We just attended a swearing in of 3 new officers for our police department and a new sergeant. And also the public knowledge that Sergeant Bill Marsolik is retiring after 28 years. I'd like to thank him publicly for his dedication and service to the community, and let the other 4 who were sworn in tonight, they have some big shoes to fill. We have no public hearings tonight. Communications, Mr. Mulder.
The one item that we included in the packet was just some information about potential change in the health insurance as of this January 1st, 2022. So just that is for your information.
Thank you. No presentations at this meeting. Public discussion, there'll be a couple of different times for public discussion. This is general public discussion about items not on the agenda. There will be time later during each agenda item for public discussion. Is there anyone who wishes to discuss anything with the city council at this time? If so, state your name and address for the record. Any public discussion this evening? Hearing none, we will move on to the consent agenda. Do we have a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Peterson, second by Councilor Housechild. Roll call, please.
Councilor Hoschild,
Aye.
Nelson, Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. No motions on tonight's agenda. We have one ordinance, second reading of ordinance 2021-03. An amended ordinance, amending the Hermantown Code of Ordinances by adding new section 850 speed limits. Do we have a motion?
I motion to approve with a small change in section 850.3 to remove the word when the engineering design. So just to remove the word when. But motion to approve with that.
Second that. Motion by Councilor Peterson, second by Councilor Geisler. Mr. Mulder?
So as you recall, we've discussed the possibility of when we were designing Levesque Junction that in order to accommodate that hill, instead of trying to redesign it, we simply decided to change the speed limit from 30 to 25, which the state statutes now allow us to do. What we are proposing is that this ordinance would change that speed limit on that sign, but it also then says that we would consider other changes when road construction projects are being reviewed, and there's a need based upon the engineering standards to change the speed limit. So those are that's the condition of when we would change the speed limit.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from councilors? None. Is there any public input on this ordinance? This is the second reading. If there's any public input on ordinance 2021-03, please state your name and address for the record. Roll call, please.
Councilor Nelson,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye.
Hoschild,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolutions, resolution 2021-54, resolution approving the grant between the city of Hermantown and Western Lake Superior Sanitary District. Do we have a motion?
All motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Councilor Geisler, second by Councilor Nelson. Mr. Mulder?
So this is just the grant agreement between the city and the of Hermantown and Western Lake Superior Sanitary District. The council approved this grant application. I think it was back in March. And what we're going to do is hire a GIS person to take collect data points on our system that'll help us to both map the system, but then also to respond as part of our maintenance efforts.
Thank you. Do we have any questions or comments from counselors? Hearing and seeing none, is there any public input on this resolution? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Is there any public input on resolution 2021-54? Hearing none, could we have a roll call, please?
Counselor Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye.
Housechild,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2021-55, resolution authorizing and directing mayor and city clerk to execute addendum to engineering contract for road improvement district number 534, Uggstead Road. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Housechild, second by Counselor Peterson. Mr. Mulder.
As we began the design work on Uggstead Road, we saw two places where we actually wanted the engineering firm to take a little closer look at, and those are the intersections on Uggstead Road, both at Truman and Roosevelt. So we're asking them to redesign those intersections to make some improvements there.
Thank you. Do we have any questions or comments from council? Any concerns? Is there any public input on this resolution for the addendum to the engineering contract? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Is there any public input on resolution 2021-55? Hearing none, we move to a roll call.
Counselor Geisler,
Aye.
Housechild,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2021-56, resolution approving pay request number 1 for road improvement district number 535, Levake Junction Road to Yulin Brothers Incorporated in the amount of $38,462.73.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Counselor Nelson, second by Counselor Geisler. Mr. Mulder.
This is just the first pay application for the Levake Junction Road. They've done some preliminary work there, getting utilities relocated. That road construction will start next week, Monday, on May 10th.
Thank you. Do any questions or comments from council? No concerns. Is there any public input on this resolution? If so, state your name and address for the record. Is there any public input on resolution 2021-56? Roll call, please.
Counselor Housechild,
Aye.
Nelson,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. Resolution 2021-57, resolution authorizing and directing the mayor and city clerk to execute and deliver the license agreement with South St. Louis County Soil and Water Conservation District.
Motion to approve.
I'll
Second.
second.
Motion by Counselor Peterson, second by Counselor Geisler. Mr. Mulder,
Since Eric Johnson stayed for the meeting and this is his project, I'll let him speak. to it.
Mr. Johnson.
Great, thank you very much. This license was actually approved in last year between the city and the South St. Louis Soil and Water Conservation. Due to COVID, they were not able to complete that project. This is the same agreement as last year, the only change being the request to close the trail section from the Keene Creek Park parking lot, approximately 1,700 feet to the south. This is in the interest of public safety to avoid any conflicts between pedestrian use and heavy equipment associated with the project.
Thank you. Are there any questions from council? No comments or concerns. Is there any public input? If so, please state your name and address for the record. Is there any public input on resolution 2021-57? Roll call, please.
Counselor Nelson,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Geisler,
Aye.
Housechild,
Aye.
Mayor Boucher.
Aye. And I would entertain a motion to recess until May 10th for a closed meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Counselor Housechild, second by Counselor Nelson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign.
10 minutes.
That's a rarity lately.
Yeah.